Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Proverbs 14, verse 4, it says, "Where there are no oxen, the feeding trough is empty, but an abundant harvest comes through the strength of an ox." So many times in our lives, we measure things based on what it costs us. And we have to make a decision based on that cost. As I was reading that today, I was thinking about the gas prices. Yeah, I filled up my tank yesterday, and it cost me double to fill the tank yesterday than it did just 2 years ago. And I got a chuckle out of it. I was grateful for the fact that I was able to still put gas in my car. But let's talk about this for a second. This trough that Solomon's talking about in my gas tank, they're pretty much the same, right? I can get to work every day. It's just 5 miles one way to get to work. I could walk to work every day. It is possible. And I would be fine. And I wouldn't need to fill that gas tank. I would be able to make the same amount of money I do right now. But I wouldn't have the influence the rest of my week that I do with a car. You see, I drive over 1,000 miles a week back and forth to all the meetings, Celebrate Recovery and Mission Recovery and doing the church and all of those things, along with going to my regular job. And the reality is, I needed to invest in the expense of that vehicle, not only gas, but repairs, which I got to get better at. I've got to invest in the purchase of that vehicle. And without it, the outcome of life is very much inward and selfish. And so when we apply this in a spiritual way, oftentimes we want to invest in God just for what He can do for us, without putting the expense in to get the ox, get the car, get the whatever it is that causes us to go that next step a little further. You know, I created a website this year, and I didn't want to do it because it was an expense. But yet, I needed to fill that trough because I needed the ox. Right? I needed to get the ox. I needed to fill the trough so that I can continue to reap a greater harvest. Sometimes we've got to think outside of ourselves. So today I challenge you in that. What is it that you might need to think outside of yourself in? It's a good question. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. God bless.